Awesome. So I'm sure a lot of people now have the question like, well, teach me your ways. Um, what what uh what things do you think attributed to that fast of scaling? I think a lot of people they're like, I've been in business 4 years. I'd love to see a 2x or a 3x. I feel like I've only got my 10 guys and or whatever they're at, right? And for that kind of entrepreneur out there, like what things did you do different that you felt kind of accelerated this 10x growth over the last 12 months? Yeah, what would you say are some hacks there?
The biggest thing is being super, super intentional about where you want to go. Like having a goal. When we so the first year I was a sub dealer of a dealer, and it just wasn't a model that I was liking. Like I'm fine with like being a sub dealer of another organization and them making money off of me if there's value being provided, but I didn't feel that there was value being provided. So I was like, well, why am I doing this, right? So I actually started Simple Solar January of 2020. And when we started the company, it's like, right before COVID hit. And I sat down with myself and four other people when Simple Solar got started. And I said, all right, this is what we're going for. This is the target. This is what we want to do. We're going to hit 25 million in our first year. And it was kind of like, what do you mean? Like, they were shocked by the goal. They didn't know really what it was, but I had it very calculated in my head. Like, this is what we have to do to do it. So I think the biggest thing is you have to get really, really specific on your goals. Grant Cardone always talks about like, you need to have a target. If you don't have a target, you don't know where you're going. If you're trying to go from destination A to destination B, but you don't have a roadmap, you're gonna miss exits that you're supposed to take. You're gonna go down the wrong path. So rather than just trying to play this guessing game of where you want to go, find a target, find something that you want to hit, put all of your attention and intention on hitting that target. And whenever it comes to making a decision on your business or on yourself, you always have to think of it through the lens of, is this action that I'm going to take, is it going to help me go towards my target and hit my target, or is it going to steer me away from hitting my target? And I just wanted to hit it. Like, I didn't want to set a goal and not hit that goal. So I became really laser focused on that goal, and anything that got in the way of me hitting that goal, I didn't do. Whether it was going out, partying, staying out, investing into this avenue or this avenue or this avenue. There's so many shiny objects out there, and it's so easy to get distracted in this world by shiny objects, by different companies, by different pay plans, by leads, by appointments, we did everything we did. We've done it all door to door. We've never spent $1 on ads or leads or appointments or anything like that. So like we just stayed so focused on what we knew worked. And we just said, all right, let's just replicate this. Let's duplicate this. Anything that gets in the way of us hitting our goal and hitting our target, we're going to steer away from. Getting everybody that you're with bought in on that. And once you get everybody bought in on that, you have to explain to them what's going to happen once we get there. What's in it for you? Not like, it's not like, you as the business owner think, okay, what's in it for me? You got to think about everyone else and say, all right, if we do this, I'm the visionary. I'm the one that's like going to lead us down here. I'm going to help. I'm going to do everything I can in my power to push us there, and then lead by example to be able to take everybody there and really, really guide them. So I think like what you have to do, you just have to get super intentional, and you got to sacrifice. Like you can't get to where you want to go without, like, a lot of times you have dead weight on you, and you have distractions and these things that are heavy. If you're climbing on a cliff and you want to get to the top of the cliff and things are heavy, you got to start letting go. Like you got to start dropping weight. You got to start making sacrifices. If you're not willing to make sacrifices, you cannot get to where you want to go. It's like, it's the full cup theory, right? You got a full cup right here and you got some dirty water in it. You got to start pouring into it. Or you got to pour some out so that you can get more clean water in it. Like you just have to start letting go of the things that hold you back and push as hard as you can to be able to hit your goal, and just make it, it was almost, to me, like I felt like it was like unethical if I didn't hit my goal, because I knew how many people I would help if I hit that goal. I knew how many people would get served. I know how good the planet would be. I know how many homeowners would save money. I know how many sales reps would make money. I know how many lives I would impact if I hit that goal. And anything aside from that, I viewed it as almost unethical if I didn't do it.
Love that. No, and that's honestly like, so many leaders, and I'll be honest, like in businesses, you pivot, you move, you strategize, you say, let's reassess. Maybe I didn't come close to this, or we're not on track. And then all of a sudden they don't reset targets. They just are like, didn't work out. And then they float. And I noticed a lot of times that team and the leadership and the synergy that is so required, and how much you guys have spent on going to events together and having your retreats and having speakers come in and having us, or other people even just like guide you through this, and the commitment to personal development, the sacrifice that you could take home. Like, I just remember even having a conversation with you and you're like, dude, like, when do I get paid? Like, I want to pay. And I'm like, you're like, I'm reinvesting and I'm reinvesting. And and I was like, dude, like, just hold out. You'll have your paydays. Like I promised. And it's fun to watch, like, your discipline to reinvestment, personal development, vision, investing in the team, and that formula right there, and how it's paid off now. And I'm sitting there going, if you're not collecting some decent paychecks today, you're also doing it wrong. I'm sure you're reinvesting. You've had to give away some, had to kind of segment some leadership and get them looped in for the long-term play. I get that. That's part of growth. But I think that the really cool part is you haven't had a down month. Like, I think a lot of people, if they have this commitment to, like, every month we're going to beat our last month, every day we're going to get better. And I remember days where you're like, dude, we hit 12 in a day today, Sam. We literally did it in a day. And then you texted it. I remember you were like, we did 20 in a day, Sam. Like, we didn't even do that all last month. Like, it's just so fun. Like, I feel like a proud dad moment right now. I'm just like, and what's cool. So, like, I remember in Idaho, and I'm just sharing the backstory because I get to brag about Mo. We're sitting up in Idaho, and was that your first circle event? Was that your first mastermind?
No, the first one was St. George.
Oh, no. Okay, then St. George, even better. I remember. Okay, St. George. So we're in this mastermind group, and everybody's there. And I remember Mo was this new guy in the group, and by far the youngest. I would say the average age in the group is what, 35?
Yeah, 35-ish, 37.
Yeah, probably 35 to 40.
Mike O'Donnell's the outlier that pulls everybody.
Yeah, pulls that. Sorry, Mike. Yeah. But there's definitely some older. But me and you, I'm like young. I'm like the leader of the thing, and I'm the young guy. So, but what's funny is everybody, like, I watch, because we do these exercises where I'm asking questions, and it's very much like circled, right? Everybody asks questions. And Mo is literally question, almost like to where some people like Josie, I remember, was just like, dude, like, shut up, dude. Like, but then, like, there were people that were like, why are you asking so many questions? And just the curiosity and the commitment to learning and the commitment to saying, I'm going to extract every penny, every value, every little line out of these people because I paid for this. And that commitment, like, is so unique that you'll see guys in the back of the room, you'll see guys disengaged in some kind of learning. You're front row. Like, I remember Dorcon, you were like, can we reserve the whole front row? We are going to be, my whole team sits in the front row. We learn, and we're the loudest, and we are the people that, you know what I mean? It's just like, you drive that culture, like, from sitting in that room with a bunch of studs to saying, I'm extracting every freaking thing I need out of this, to sitting in the front row at every event, to, you know what I mean? Like those are the subtle things that people don't pay attention to, that a leader does, that then trickles down to your people. And if I could give one big compliment to Mo, like, he's done that. Like, he was the one that said, I'm the front row student. I'm the first at every event. I'm the first to give money out and say, look, we're invested in this bigger goal because we're not going just 25 million. The next year we're doing 100 million. And then, in case you guys didn't catch, he's like, we're a $150 million company. It's like, he's visualized, anticipated this, he's shared this with the world, and now he's taking action and doing that.